Possibilities Martial Arts. Today, especially for the students, we're going to be doing something that I teach in the school, in classes. Anybody can use this actually. I'm giving this information out for free, but I kind of stole it sort of in a way. But I took this idea from Paul Vunak, who is a JKD instructor, very good. He used to teach the Navy SEALs. He's very realistic, super realistic as far as, and very aggressive type self-defense and stuff like that. Combat is what I should say. But anyway, he had something that he used to travel around and he would teach people to intercept. That's what Jeet Kune Do means, way of intercepting fish, Jeet Kune Do. So he'd teach people to intercept, but then he'd come back later and then they'd be kickboxing again. So he created a point system so that they could figure out what is the most important thing to do and what is the least important thing to do and what is okay in the middle, all that kind of stuff. And he created that. I'm not going to go into his system. I'm going to go into, he called it the Mu-scal, and I call ours, because of our Unlimited Possibilities Martial Arts, it's called Mu-scal Kano Seido. So I call it the Mu-scal, okay? So what we're going to do, Mu like in how it sounds like a cow moo, but it's M-U. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the Mu-scal and how that works and how that can help in sparring, okay? So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and have Miss Nora come in. Miss Nora, could...
What's up?
Wow, okay. Anyway, so Nora, what we're going to do with her is I'm going to show you the first. So in the Mu-scal, there's points, okay? And there's graduating points, and they're according to what's most important, okay? So the first point, or 1 pointers, is the least important thing, and then 5 pointers is the most important thing in our way of learning sparring, okay? So first of all, the 1 pointer is just what we call SDS, or single direct strike, okay? So that means we're starting right here, we're sparring, we're setting up here like this, and she goes maybe to give me a number 2 round kick, right? And she gives me a kick and she catches me because my hands are up. That's a single direct strike. So she sees the opening and she hits it. Super easy, basic. That's what 99% of people try to do, okay? But that's the first level, that's the lowest level. The second level is what we call BCS or ECS. So it's block and counter strike, or evade and counter strike. So I'm gonna be like right here, and let's say she goes to throw a punch at me or a kick, right? I'm gonna block, it doesn't matter, whichever one you wanna do. So I'm gonna block and then I'm gonna counter right after, okay? That's block and counter strike, and it has to be right after, okay? I tell the students all the time, you guys know, we can't go like this. Go ahead and kick, block, and then bounce around. That's not a counter strike. It has to be right after it, right? So that's a block and counter strike. Then there's also evade and counter strike, right? Maybe she goes for the head and I move out the way and then I punch back. That's an evade and counter strike. Does that make sense? So that is a 2 pointer. That's the next step up, okay? 3 pointer is what we call advanced by combination. Now in JKD they call it attack by combination. Since we're not doing actual combat, I like to use the word advance, and the main reason why I like to use that is because you have to think of moving forward. Because you can attack standing still, is why I say that. I can attack like this and striking at her while I'm still in place. She could be attacking back. This would be attack by combination.
Oh.
Instead of doing that, I want to advance by combination. So this is where we have it a little bit different. So from right here, what she's gonna do is she's gonna punch and kick and move me back. So as she's punching and kicking, I'm moving back away from her. So I'm losing ground and she's gaining ground. That's what we consider advance by combination, okay? That is a 3 pointer, okay? If you can do an advance by combination. Getting there is a whole nother thing too. The next one is, because you can block and counter and then go into advance by combination. But the next one is fake and feint, okay? This is a 4 pointer, okay? So faking and feinting. So as the students, you students remember, a fake is just like you act like you're doing a strike somewhere and then you go somewhere else, correct. So she could act like she's gonna kick me, but then she gives me something else, right? So go ahead. And then she gives me a punch, something like that. She was being a little silly, but you guys get the idea. So it starts with a technique going one way, coming forward, and then you change and go high, or you can switch hands. So I can go like this, I can make her look up, and boom, and then go down, okay? So that is, or I can do the same thing with the legs, right? I can go kick low and then kick high, okay? So that is faking. Now, feinting is almost the same thing. It's really close. So when you feint, what you're doing more is you're doing like, you're getting their attention without doing an actual technique usually, okay? So if I go like this, that would be a feint because I didn't do a technique toward her. I just threw my hand out. Does that make sense? Or if I'm like this and I go, and I stomp, that's a feint, okay? That's not a technique, that's just getting her attention in another place, right? Or if I'm standing right here and I go, ah! Right? Maybe I just yell, and that's a feint. It could make them go, whoa, and then I can score the point. So that's a slight difference there, but that's the difference between faking and feinting. And that is a 4-pointer because we're looking at the priority and how valuable the technique is, so it's a 4-pointer. The next one is the last one. This is the one that, I almost took directly from him, but we call it stop hitting. They call it intercepting in JKD. So from right here, if I'm going to throw a technique at her, let's say I'm going to throw a punch, and what she's going to do is she's going to stop hit me. So she's going to use her longest limb to stop, to kick me before I can actually hit her. So I'm going to start to go, and she's going to kick good. Now it's a little bit better if she uses the front leg because it's faster. So I go to boom, and she catches me before I can, right? Now go ahead and tag me this time. So I go to boom, and she catches me before I can actually come in, right? Now I'm going to do it. So she goes to boom, and I catch her first. Does that make sense? So this is the idea of stop hitting. You catch them before, okay? Now from right here, let's switch. Let's bring in Alicia. Let's switch. We're going to bring in sister. I want to give Nora a break. Okay, so from right here, if I'm here like this, and just like I said, we can do the same thing with hands too, right? So if she goes to kick, I can move in and I can stop hit her off the kick. Or even better, you saw me block two simultaneously, okay? But I can, if I'm close enough when she goes to kick, I can catch her before, see? And kind of knock the person back, or she can do that to me, right? So I'm here like this, and I go to throw a kick with the back leg, and she catches me right off, and I can't actually kick her, okay? So this is the idea of stop hitting, okay? It's very, very good. You'll see it all the time in tournaments, constantly. A lot of people use stop hitting all the time, okay? There's different levels of stop hitting also. We're not gonna get into that in this video today. You can go way deep. We're not doing that. I just wanted to give a basic idea of some of the things that we do when we train in sparring. So this is like one of our levels of training that we use in sparring to help the students develop. And then of course, students, make sure this is an easy video for you guys to watch and start developing and understanding what Mu-scal is when I say it. Every time I say it in class, students go, what's that? And I say it all the time. So anyway, all right, so that's our video for today. We will be back, or we'll see you guys again with another video.